me something very interesting when we met yesterday, that when I asked you how do you gravitate towards a watch, and you said it has to look good.
Yes.
You said nothing about the brand, you said nothing about the movement, you said nothing about the caliber, you said it has to look good. And that, coming from someone who has FP Journes, MB&Fs, Mings, some Mings in your collection as well, De Bethunes, is very interesting. I've never heard that one before.
Oh, but I mean, that's the first thing I know it sounds a little bit like superficial, but that's the first thing that attracts you. You must be, because you look at your watch, even if you don't tell time, you look at it for a reason, and you don't look at the movement and you flip it around. You look at the watch from the face of it when you're wearing it, and you see whether you like it, and visually it has to be attractive.
Right.
Whether it's a skeleton watch, whether it's got a nice dial, whatever, jewels, it has to be attractive for you to keep it on your wrist and to keep wearing it.
Right.
So yes, I mean, admittedly, I look at what attracts me on the face of it first, and then I look at the brand, I look at the price, I look at the movement, and you know, there are a lot of other criteria, but basically it has to be good looking. Yikes.
What took you into this space of watch collecting?
Into independence or into just watch collecting as a whole?
I mean, independence also great, but in generally the journey of watch collecting.
I don't wear rings. My finger's a bit short. I forget wearing earrings. I only managed to get studs recently. But watches seem to be the easiest to adorn yourself with.
Right.
And instead of bangles, I thought, you know, bangles get, you know, they rock around, and I'm not sure why, but watches attracted me a whole lot.
Yeah.
And when I started reading about the movements, how watchmakers make the watch, finishing, then of course you get deeper and deeper into it, and you learn that it's not just beauty, which is the first thing, but there's a lot of other things behind it. I mean, watches last for like 100, 200 years if they're maintained very well.
Yeah.
So they're in a way recyclable, you know, in that sense, environmentally friendly, I might say, in some ways.
Right.
And you can leave it, I mean, I hate to quote Patek, but you can leave it for entire generations.
Yeah.
So, you know, all that attracted me, but on this, and it how would I say? It helps that there is a value to it now. Although it's never been my motivation to buy it because of investment value, but of course it's a huge bonus.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a watch and it goes up in value, even though you're not going to sell it, you think, oh, okay, at least I made a good decision in buying something which has appreciated rather than tanked.
Yeah.
And I've made some of those mistakes as well. So
Yeah, and we all have, I'm sure, like buyer's remorse happens very often, but you live and learn.
yes.
So, Sumei, I went through your Instagram page, and for somebody who's not from the watch world, it could be intimidating, but honestly, I was inspired.
Really? You think it's intimidating?
It could be. For someone who's not been there, you see watches like Journes and you see the De Bethunes, but I want to also mention that you also have some interesting Mings in your collection. You just mentioned you have Grand Seiko in your collection. You do have a Zin in your collection, a very interesting Zin in your collection as well.
I have a Snoopy watch from Bremont as well.
Exactly. So you kind of have watches across the board. It's not just the expensive or it's not just the independence of the world.
Yes.
So you buy what you like.
Yes, again, what attracts me. I went into Kuronos as well, when they had the lacquered dials.
Yeah.
I like Snoopy, so if anything Snoopy, I have a Timex Snoopy as well.
Yeah.
When they launched it. If Swatch came out with one with grass or something like that, I bought that because I was just attracted to the face of it.
Right.
So yes, I do buy across the board in terms of pricing. And the main criteria is whether I'm drawn to it, and whether, because we have to ask the question if how often will we wear it, and you won't wear something you don't quite like,
right.
that goes out the drawer after. I mean that basically goes out of your collection after a while.
Something else I've noticed in your collection is the colors. If it's not the watches, it's the straps. You have one of my favorite timepieces also, which is the Moser MB&F collaboration.
Oh, burgundy dial.
The burgundy dial. You have the red and black bulldog as well.
Yes.
A lot of interesting pop of colors. The straps you have on this newest acquisition, which we will definitely talk about, and the strap on the De Bethunes. So colors definitely seem to be the way to go for you as well.
Yes, they adorn the watch like, I mean, I'm in black and whatever, but this you can change as often as you
Yeah.
like, and it changes the complexion of the watch once you change the straps.
Right. But do you do a lot of aftermarket straps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I use this strap maker called Hughes.
Okay.
Hughes handcrafted.
Okay.
And he fitted a really nice strap on my LM101, and I never looked back. And then I changed colors. I went back to him. When the Bulldog came, I went back to him again because none of the Bulldogs,
Yeah, because the
MB&F,
Bulldog is a big wrist, and you just told me your wrist size is 14.
but it is. I should have brought it one day when you come to Singapore. I'll show it to
For
you.
sure.
But you will definitely be able to wear it because that's what I thought about HMs. The horological machines from MB&F.
But I've tried the Bulldog, and it works on my wrist, but your wrist is tiny.
Because the lugs taper down and
Yeah.
you pull it, it really fits the wrist really
Yeah.
well. And I found out about it because I went to Only Watch in 2021. I think they had an exhibition, or was it 2020, in Hourglass. At that time, it was social distancing, so only very few people could
Yeah.
go. And I saw the Panda HM10 on display, and I love animals, and pandas are cute. I love all these cute things as well.
Can you get all of Max's watches? I mean, I love Max as well, but
No,
we could
no.
get the jellyfish and the.
I like all of them, but
Yeah.
not all of them attract you you must feel a connection.
Yeah,
of course, and then you can't buy like 10
No,
HMs, so no
Yeah,
money.
Yeah.
So the Panda attracted me, and I put it on my wrist, and I looked at it and I said, oh, this is very nice, but unfortunately it's too big for my wrist. So the person who was near the display case said, actually, you'd be surprised at how well it fits. I said, no, of course not. No, try it. So I took the Only Watch. Thank you, whoever the owner is. I put it on my wrist, and I looked, oh yeah. The more I looked at it, the more I was like shocked that it could fit my wrist so well. So I went back after that and I text Max, because Max is very personable.
Yeah.
He answers very quickly. I texted him and I said, are you going to make a Panda soon? He said, I'm sorry, it's an Only Watch, so I can't. But wait for a while and there will be something coming out soon. I'm like, oh, tell me. He said, no, I can't tell you, but wait, be patient. And when the Bulldog came out in black with red eyes and blue and black, it called out to me. Yeah, so I bought it, and then Hughes strapped me up as well.
Yeah, no, beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I love it too.
The Bulldog too. It's
next time you come, I'll let you wear it.
100%. I'm going to take you up on that for sure.
Okay.
Great, super. So, any advice, Sumei, for someone who wants to get into the watch world, which, if I may say, is not very inclusive? Things are changing now, but it could be intimidating. I've heard multiple stories of people who I've met even here in Hong Kong who've said that walking into a boutique is very intimidating, especially if you know nothing about watches. It's a very niche field. So what advice would you give someone who wants to kick off with their first, in your language, let me say FP journey?
No, I mean, I don't mind talking about Ming, for example, was a watch I bought online.
Yeah.
At that time, he didn't have a boutique or anything, but because of the price points, you think that, okay, I can buy it and give it a shot. But I think there are some, I agree with you that walking into a boutique can be intimidating.
Yeah.
I find myself facing that same trepidation even now, because it's just like big and people look at you and all that. So when you wear a watch to be seen, then they look at you differently.
Oh, if you walk into a boutique like that,
Yeah,
you'll
of
intimidate
course.
the people at the boutique.
But I can imagine that someone who has no experience
Yeah.
and is not very knowledgeable walking in, they also, people look at looks again.
Yeah,
see
that's
how you
true.
carry yourself
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that. So if you carry a nice handbag or whatever, or something which is designer, they tend to treat you with more respect.
That's
Unfortunately,
true. That's true.
I hate that to say that, but that's how they treat you.
It's true.
So one way is to look online, and some watch brands have got return policy as well.
Yeah.
You can experiment, look at what the terms and conditions are, take it, maybe buy it, try it out, and if it doesn't suit you, return it, or contact people on, reach out to, go for collector events.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, as Red Bar.
Yeah.
And they're very welcoming.
Yeah.
So they can meet fellow collectors, and we collectors, or us, we like to share our passion. We can talk ages on it,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
we are happy to let you try our watches as well. So, you can join all these forums and places, events, and try and experience that before you actually embark on the journey as well.
Right. Lastly, I want to talk about your newest acquisition that you just got from Philips.
Yes, this is a T30. It's a model after F.P. Jones pocket watch.
It's beautiful.
It's got a hunter case back. So it's unusual in very many senses.
Yeah.
It's not a typical Jean dial. Not with his, he's only got 2 screws.
Two
Most of
screws,
his
yeah.
dials have got many screws.
Yeah.
Some people say it looks like a Jacquard Rose, but I'm trying not to see. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like a very beautiful dial, simple and clean. It's guilloche on the sides.
Yeah.
On the sides,
Right.
and hunter case back with guilloche as
Right.
well. And it's a bimetal,
Yeah.
rose gold and silver, which
Yeah.
is patinaed quite well.
Yeah.
I think this was bought in 2014.
Right.
So it's 10 years patina. Beautiful patina.
Just piece.
Yes, it is a gorgeous piece. I bid on it, and it gave me nightmares for many days. Because I had this maximum bid, I put it in Philips.
Great, super. It was so great chatting with you, Sumei. Like I said, just going through your Instagram profile, because I meet collectors, but they don't always post their pictures or talk about it. You're one of those who openly does, which is great because it's very, very inspiring, and it's not intimidating, like I've said before. So we're looking forward to a lot more from you, and I'm definitely going to come into Singapore and
Okay.
Check out and try on, or even borrow your
Okay, no problem.
bulldog.
Yeah, please.
Great,
please.
super. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Karishma.
Thank you.
Thank you.